When we first started the company, me, Aman, and Gihan were all really interested in what we called consumer-centric design. And it's something that's really taught in the MIT engineering courses and something that MIT really prides itself on. As part of consumer-centric design, you really have to understand your consumer, what they're buying, how they're buying it, what they want, and really have that voice in the customer through every process of your design process.
So early on, we had the benefit of the company being born on MIT's campus, spending a lot of time at the Trust Center, getting to know everyone there so well, and it was actually a really great situation for us because our customer happened to be the student who was at Sloan. So we spent a lot of time on campus there taking prototypes, taking concepts, having discussions with people at Sloan who actually are an interesting group of people because they're quite a broad set of backgrounds, futures, everything you can imagine. You get a pretty good cross-section of our customers' psychographic and to some degree even demographic with that group of people. So it was a really good place for us to start and have small focus groups where we'd show off prototypes or bigger conversation. This idea of focus groups where people get to just talk about what's on their mind, and we sit there and kind of elicit any emotions and reactions they have to our products.
We launched on Kickstarter, and the backers there are extremely vocal and really want to help the company succeed. We ended up talking to thousands of customers over a month and really understood deeply that by tapping into customer insights, we could be a lot smarter in what we designed, what we manufactured, how we sold, and how we talked to them. It's still a huge part of what we do today. In fact, Aman's organized kind of 20-minute phone calls with hundreds of customers that we're doing this week. And really having that customer voice at the forefront of everything we do really enables us to be a better company and better serve our customers. When we first met up, we were actually thinking about doing men's and women's simultaneously and even cram different prototypes and different product ideas. As we talked to customers, one thing we realized was that men, the problem was a lot easier for us to solve in that almost all men wear button-down dress shirts to work, whereas women have a variety of different options. And because of that, it would have taken a lot longer to kind of get to the starting point for women. So we ended up launching with men and had always known that women was something we wanted to attack, but just wanted to understand further in terms of who that woman was, what she was wearing, what her options were, and what the pain points were.
We really enjoy the concept or discussions around pricing because they're one where we get to talk about the value that we create. I mean, ultimately, if it was just cost plus, it wouldn't reflect the value created through our work. So candidly, I think that we'd like to share some deeper framework that we came out with, and we do different points of triangulation. At the end of the day, it's as much an art as it is a science. Is what we found is trying to understand, if we are customers ourselves, what would our willingness to pay be for certain items? What is the value that we've created? What problem have we solved? How can we ask our customer to pay more than the market norm for a certain product? Well, we have to be able to convey that value accurately. And ultimately, even if a product sells at a higher price point than it should, people wouldn't come back. So there are so many different ways we can measure whether or not the price is right.
When we launched, we knew that we were a premium, not luxury company, but we also deeply understood that pricing is something that you can test. It's not something that's stagnant. It's something that you should really play around with and understand a lot and be open to changing. So we've tested lots of different pricing. We've asked customers what they think, and we kind of, as we learned at Sloan, been able to triangulate pricing based on a few different things, namely cost, competition, and perceived value. So we've put a lot of thought into pricing. It's something we still have fun talking about all the time today and are still trying to understand better. Over the last 4 years, we've grown the company a lot. We've learned a lot about our customer. We've increased our product, and we're really excited about not only where we've been, but where we continue to go. And one of the amazing things is that we are still learning and we are still trying new things, and we are still coming up with kind of new inventions, as we like to think of it. We are really focused on both online and offline, direct to customer. That customer voice, as we've mentioned, is really important to us, and we really want to continue to understand who our customer is and how they evolve as we evolve.
The company's continued to grow at a pace that we're really excited about. I mean, we pride ourselves on doubling year over year, continuing to gain the traction on the health side, so metrics like What's our customer repeat rate? That we tend to spend a lot more time talking about, thinking about than just sales, sales, sales. Of course, we do need to sell product to stay alive, but where we pride ourselves is on, have we actually built a new behavior? Has our customer, our guy today, does he wake up in the morning and build his wardrobe on 1 or 2 pieces of Ministry of Supply clothing? Ultimately, what we want to do is create this entirely new category of clothing, that we want to create a new normal. The same way that cotton running shorts don't exist today, we hope and expect that cotton dress shirts wouldn't exist 10 years from now. And so to do that, we have to build that behavior. And to build that behavior, we have to watch, are we building loyal, deep relationships with customers? So when we talk about kind of where we are today, we're on the right path, we're on track to do that. Now we have to continue to get better and better at building that customer relationship, improving that customer experience, setting great expectations, and then delivering a great reality when that box shows up at your door.